Alright, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors be unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Akia Mahaloya, coming back with another quick lesson on health update. I was compelled to do this through the Spirit. Apostle Tahar was doing some videos on health, and a couple other brothers spoke on it as well, and that's the Spirit, because there's a guy by the name of Chadwick Boseman, aka Prince T'Challa, or Black Panther, the guy that played the Black Panther. Actually, according to the paper, stated that he died from colon cancer, which colon cancer can result from a lot of factors. A lot of people say that it's hereditary among so-called Negroes, but in fact it deals a lot with your diet, and also, other lifestyle factors like smoking, excessive drinking, etc. Because what happens is that you can't take a bowel movement, or you become, how can you say it, clogged up or constipated. And a lot of times Jake is constipated because of the foods that they consume, and they don't have enough fiber in their diet. So therefore, they're holding all this waste and bacteria in their gut for months at a time. And also it could be due to the vaccinations too. Because once again, they said it's hereditary among black males. But with Chadwick Boseman case, I don't really know if that's the case, if he really died from that. I'm assuming that's what they're saying. But if you looked at him, he looked relatively sick. He lost a lot of weight. And I believe he was like in stage 4 of colon cancer, which I believe he was sacrificed. I believe that it had something to do with the mitigating factors of the Hollywood lifestyle as to why he passed. Because I just refused to believe a guy like him, that was into the yoga and the arts and stuff like that, into working out. I refuse to believe that he was unhealthy. I just don't make sense. You got that type of money and you eating trash, But what compelled me to do this video was the fact, because I went for my yearly checkup. I always do it at least twice a year just to make sure I'm good, everything is working. And I know I had bought these new supplements and stuff like that. I had bought some L-arginine, which is good for, it's like a nitric oxide booster, which helps you to work out. Because I've been into the working out, I've been, kind of just hitting the weights and getting back into the arts and stuff. Then of course you got the maca root, which some of this stuff you got to be careful from. But maca roots, it deals with reproductive health and reproductive health, and it supports hormones. It kind of keeps you stable in that area. And then you got the ginseng, which is good for mental and focus. You know what I'm saying? So I had bought these supplements. So I went to the clinic just to get a little checkup Monday, because Monday is my off day. And come to believe that my blood pressure was high. It was like 140. So that's stage 1 hypertension. And doctor like, you nervous? I'm like, nah. So I'm like, well, she said, your blood pressure is a little high. I said, really? She said, yeah, your blood pressure is a little high. It's a little elevated. And I said, that's weird. So she did it again, and it went down to 130, like 131. Okay, so it dropped dramatically, which is still high norm. That's really not even normal. That's pretty much elevated blood levels. Okay, and a guy my age, I shouldn't have high blood pressure. And she said, well, she said, are you dehydrated and stuff like this? And I failed to tell her that I had started taking these new supplements, and on top of that, I was drinking a lot of alcohol the night before. So when I woke up, I felt a little off, but still, it elevated my blood pressure because my body wasn't used to it. Because she was like, well, you came last year, your blood pressures were normal. So that's the Spirit. So right after that, Apostle Tahar did a video on blood pressure, on how brothers should invest in a blood pressure machine. So I did just that. And this is an Omron right here. This is actually a blood pressure machine right here. It cost me about $40. I got it from Walmart, and I believe this is one of the better brands. It's pretty accurate. But I was getting a little, little antsy, so to speak, because I'm like, I'm pretty healthy. I work out. I'm working out for 3-4 days a week, but I still felt, how can I say it? I still felt like I was lacking. I felt too heavy, overweight. So I went to Walmart that same day, and I went to go check my blood pressure, and when I checked my blood pressure, because it dropped down to like 110, which is still considered normal. All right, that's pretty much anything under 120 is considered a normal blood pressure, which is relatively good. When you drop below 80, that's when you start worrying. If you go beyond 130, that's when you should start to worry. In some cases, the doctor said, well, look, if you start having blood pressure up to 150, 160, that's when you should go see a doctor. But he said, in your case, I don't think you'll have an issue. And like I said, it was due to the supplements and my excessive drinking, because of like 2 weeks ago, I was kind of just drinking a little bit more than normal. You know, just one of those things, idle times, and I was just kind of turning the bottle up, which is really not the best thing to do. You got to balance that. So, you know, it hot me. I got on my A game, so I weighed myself. The scale said I was 161. I said, wow, that's kind of overweight for a guy my size. You know, because I'm into the martial arts and stuff like that. And brothers was like, well, Leah, you should beef up, get a little bigger. So I put some size on. You know, I got a little bigger than what I normally was, because my average height, my average weight is between 145 and 155. The biggest I've ever been was 160, you know, and that was like a lot of water weight. So what I did, you know, I focused more on my cardio, you know, and I completely, you know, just let go a lot of the carbs, because I don't eat bad, you know what I'm saying, but I can eat a lot better. But over the last couple of weeks, man, I just been kind of changing my regimen, been, you know, more smoothies, and I got my supplements here, of course. You know, I got my apple cider vinegar, you know, and then I got my black seed oil, I got my zinc, you know, I got more black seed oil, which we actually made by hand, you know, and I got magnesium, which is actually good to help you relax. You know, I got my cold press olive oil, which I got from Whole Foods. And a lot of times Jake have high blood pressure because they have too much sodium in their diet. So a lot of times I try to restrain from